All right. And so we shall get started. So, last time, um, Daehun interfered with an investigation. Liv and Cerebon gave their testimonies as to the crime that had occurred. And oh, maybe Liv pressured Harmony into pleading the fifth. I think Daehun also purchased boots of elven kind. Liv and Cerebon also went fossil hunting. Definitely not a method of trying to appease the great DM. They forced Daehun to do the digging until Miss Olivia's limbs were all full of fossils, because Daehun doesn't know what fossils are, and so is being very reckless with them. After that, left all the fossils with Harmony and I think Shara to clean. While they went to the noble estate with the anti-magic field to check out. It was a great infiltration mission. The best. No one could have done it any better. And I'll stop my Trump impersonation. But they were almost caught when a misunderstanding led them to stay inside, even managing to meet this Rook Stormblade and getting him to show you where one of the anti-magic field generators was. You also heard that a certain individual was also coming to visit. Specifically the Emperor of the Calvian Empire.
Terrifying.
And as you were leaving, you noticed that there were a few people following you. And so, it brings us to the present. Liv, you're back to normal, quote unquote, with your draconic being, or half draconic being. Outside with Stervon. And you saw, you managed to catch sight of a few of these beings.
A few. That's reassuring. Really
You caught sight of
reassuring.
3. Both of you caught sight of 3 beings following you.
Yes. super reassuring there. Not worried at all about any other random
Why would you worry?
people
No need to
showing up.
worry.
Yes, Swan. Yes, Swan. Let's go get Gorza and we can commit homicide.
This dad is morally wrong, isn't that
When the fuck have we had moral Sturbod?
true? But
Thank you.
it's a bit of a
We have never fucking had morals. Hell, I'm pretty sure Dahun and I alone are wanted in 3 separate provinces for war crimes.
yeah, that's quite true. It's probably wanted in more because he's probably gotten caught more.
True. Look. Seriously, we have other issues currently. We can kill some bitches if we must, but we should probably also deal with the fact that we can't, wave our hands and fire comes out of the fingertips.
I thought we left him anti-magic field though. That's why
Well,
she's
yes, but we're going to have to go back.
true.
Look. Well, we're far enough away now. Let's just take to the fucking air.
True.
She, says while jokingly unfurling her wings right in Sturbon's face before pulling out the broom.
Yeah, I should. I suppose I should
Now then,
ask.
are you going to turn into like
Gorza, what have you been doing for the past few days?
Well, can you remind me where I was last time? Last time
the last we left you was at an inn. It's been a couple days.
I was feeling overwhelmed from having to wait, didn't we take a did we teleport to the place, to the new country already?
Yes.
Yes, so we did that. Dahun, remember, took you about on the town. Phil got a rather shitty inn for you, him, and him for arguably Harmony to stay in.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
And then he left you there.
Well,
He's such a nice guy that way.
Yeah. Honestly, that's probably the best you can ask for regarding Dahun.
True.
Well, we went through a portal, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Effectively, yes.
Yeah, so we went through the teleportation circle.
Okay.
Well, yes.
That was Gorza's first ever portal transportation, and it left her feeling really poorly and overwhelmed physically. So she decided to take a few days just to feel better, self-care at the inn, sleep it off.
Okay. Resting. Recuperating.
Exactly.
Alright. So you take off into the air. Live in Steron. Where are you going?
Okay, so Sturbon,
Yes.
should should we get Gorza or try and find an artificer who can help us out with this this technological magic bullshit?
Did we not? Uh, did we not bring our ship here?
No, the ship is still in. We teleported,
Oh, right. Sorry.
but there are actually still two artificers that we know of in the study. The issue is I have no fucking clue where they ended up, so we might defend the air toss.
Well, we can find Libertas and find these artificers that way.
Cool, cool. Should we still swing by wherever the fuck Dahum got to get Gorza?
Hmm.
Or are we just going to abandon her like presumably he did?
She might be abandoned. Do you think it'd be wise to grab her with people following us?
Well, on the one hand, big scary armored lady is a good deterrent as any.
True.
Also, well, in spite of you being quite literally the fucking spirit of nature, she is still somehow more of a country person than you.
So I haven't really got to do.
The, the point being is that she might be a bit overwhelmed by the big city.
Oh, you mean by that? I survived my first time. Well,
Yeah, okay, sure, but
there is intrigue and plots going, and you're afraid she'll get stabbed in the back somehow.
well, she might be incredibly trusting and gullible, sure, but also I think she was about to just vomit after we exited the tower. I mean, first time teleportation and all.
I guess we can pick her up.
Thank you. If nothing else, we can drop her off down at the fossil daycare by the river. Smash cut to Shara dressed as a preschool teacher. First, because even though I'm sure Harmony is the most mature, Liv absolutely still sees Harmony as a child.
Even though last session she was excluded from the you're teaching the children evolution.
Yes. So yeah, for Liv will take a turn and go pick up Gorza.
Now, I don't remember you getting the location of the inn from Daehoon.
Okay, well, we know where one big armored person is. Let's go find the other big armored person in our group. They stick out like a sore thumb, and it's also probably in the poor people district, Sturbon.
True.
I'm asking you explicitly to look.
Alright. Unless
This not because I'm not ever distracted while driving. Because everyone knows I am the most responsible with my flying license. But
says the lass who can't fly with her wings.
And you don't even have wings normally.
And yet I can still fly when I want to.
So can I.
You have to rely on a broomstick.
And you have to rely on transforming into a fucking sparrow. What's your point?
I use my own abilities.
So do I.
I use what nature has given me.
Nature gave me this. she says, crossing her arms. We are on a wooden broomstick. Its spindles are quite literally made out of hay and twigs. What the fuck are you on about, Sturbon? You talk to the trees. They're effectively on a magic branch.
But the trees do not enchant themselves.
Actually, I've heard of self-enchanting trees.
Yes, but they don't usually make themselves into flying broomsticks for us to fly on, unless they're especially odd.
Well, I mean, I did once meet a very submissive tree ant, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I mean, there's always someone.
Look, we're arguing over quite literally split twigs. Just keep an eye out for Gorsa, please.
All right.
Alright,
What do I have to do?
I think that would be perception. Though it is arguable that it would be investigation.
I can do investigation.
Ah, yeah, you can easily figure out what inn Gorza is staying at.
Good. It's this way. Cheapest inn in town.
Yeah, that sounds about Daehoon. Now, do you want to enter the normal way, or do you want to freak this poor girl out? Freak this poor girl out. Glad to hear it.
I said normal way. What?
She will fly. She will fly about to the window for Gorza's room, and sort of knock on the window by like slightly tapping her broom against it.
So normal for you, except minus the few things.
What?
Dude.
I don't want to cause fucking property damage. This isn't Libertas's inn.
Why would you do that to Libertas' inn? The man's nice.
Exactly. He won't charge me if I smash a window in with a cauldron.
I'm sure he has a ledger somewhere that says otherwise.
Yes.
Well,
Okay, fine then. Remind me to rob his staff room.
Yeah, the poor stuff.
she's just sitting in her room, reading a book, and you really catch her off guard, and she jumps pretty far. But then her surprise turns into happiness, and she opens the window.
Hop in, loser. We're going artifice for hunting.
Oh, thank God! I was getting kind of bored. She says, hops on her broom.
Thank you. Now we're incredibly weighed down. Sturbon turned into a bird.
You didn't specify which type. Right.
A bird that can fucking fly. I will drop you on your head again.
So, Dodo, I see.
Great minds think alike.
I'll transform into a giant eagle. They're
when Sturbon says Dodo, Liv once again pulls an aileron roll, dropping Sturbon and Gorza off the broom.
Might want to lower the broom a bit, so that way you don't force them to take 1d10 damage.
What now?
Well, Gorza is a strong girl. She can take it.
What do you all?
That one's Sturbon there, I guess.
A giant eagle. I turned it into a finch right now.
Alright, so that's a bit of a crowded street right now.
That's not at all fucking conspicuous, Sturbon. She says, helping Dorza back up onto the broom. Sorry about that. You were acceptable collateral to send a fucking message.
I believe my internet is cutting out.
Gorza? Gorza, your eyes are glazing over.
What?
Okay, I think this is a symptom of teleportation sickness. I
Yeah, she like looks around kind of confused. She's like, "Were you talking to me?"
yeah, just get comfortable in the cauldron. To which Liv will once again take off. This time on the hunt for Libertas.
Okay. So this is going to be a perception check.
Wonderful. Well, Gorza, if this doesn't work, you might want to close your ears.
Oh dear.
Te martelle.
I'll get ready to close my ears.
Thank you.
At the ear canal, so it would totally work. Kind of get
Mind you, you're currently a giant eagle, so it's more like loud, obnoxious screeching.
Quite easy enough to find Libertas.
Liv will grab one of her hair needles off of from the cauldron and be like, well, good news, Garza, you don't have to puncture your eardrums today.
Hooray!
Hey, dumbass! Idiot who can't fly! You! She's starting to scream at Libertas and Infernal.
That is incredibly weird.
He looks like he was in a conversation with someone when you start showing that, and he just head kind of like tips up, like his back is towards you, and his head goes up in like the why now?
Yes, you.
Was that really necessary?
Incredibly, you're friends with two artificers. Do you know where either of them are?
I know where they're staying, but not necessarily where they are right now.
Well, we're notoriously bad detectives, but you might as well tell us.
Which one do you want to talk to?
I don't particularly care. Either one is helpful. One might have a bit more sass for me, though, so, you know.
Well, both in the Gloomstar district, Bryn staying out at the house over, his address is like right there, and Tulula is down the street, closer towards the market.
Thank you. She will wave to the person Libertas is talking to. Thank you for accepting this interruption, friend. Before flying off to go get Tallulah, who is closer.
Anyway. Yeah. Gave you an address.
Well, it's the closer address, and even though she would rather see Ren, Tallulah's closer.
Right, so you arrive at the address. Looks to be a residential building, multi-storied.
Oh fuck! I hate pager systems.
What do you mean by that?
Stop! Just Sturban, you're still a bird. Stop screeching in my ear.
It's the most obnoxious screech you can think possible.
I will shoot you out of the sky.
It gives you the look of try me.
Do not fuck with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
He rolls his eyes because you no longer have one of those.
Um,
In
Liv
terms of
will.
your eyes, would that even be like even noticeable?
I
You
imagine
are a
it's more
giant
so like a
eagle.
rolling your fucking head. Yeah, fortunately, like giant like eagles, like they can still move their eyes about. They're not like owls. But I still kind of like to imagine you do like that bird thing of you like move your head in a circle. So yes, fine then. Liv will pull out her one of the mummy arms, ball the hand up into a fist to use as a very curse knocker.
Fortunately, this is not the first time you have done this.
Nope, and it will not be the last.
You're still on the broom?
Yes.
Alright. The door opens and a woman peers out, sees you on the broom, says something in Calvian.
Cool. I don't understand you. Common. Do you speak it?
Yes. Do you need something?
Yeah, we're looking for Tallulah. Is she still here, or did she go out for the day?
Yes. Do you wanna come in, or should I bring her out?
I mean, I'm more than happy to come in, but if you ask her, it's probably safer if she just comes out.
Okay.
Mostly because of that one back there. She points to giant eagle bond.
I see. The door closes, and after a minute, the gnome, the female gnome Tallulah, appears.
Hey,
Yeah. What do you want?
hey, Tallulah. Can we talk? Well,
Sure.
Gorza and I talk. Sturbon screech. Cool. She will rummage through her bag of holding and pull out her sketchbook and flip to the page that she drew the anti-magic device on. Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but the area where the party's at, magic just decides to go fuck you. We've narrowed it down to 4 devices, which look like this, and you being of the artificer sort would likely know how to shut these things down.
Now, are you talking about wild magic or anti-magic?
Anti-magic, like quite literally nothing. Broom falls out of the sky. Sturvon turns back into a much less pleasant form. I lose my dragony base, which is cool, I guess. Gorza actually doesn't have any magic, she wouldn't notice.
Yeah. She'll take the sketch or the sketchbook.
Well, the sketch is in the sketchbook, and Liv is kind of partial to not tearing out pages, so she would hand the entire book.
Well, I'll tell you this. You're going to actually want both Brain and I on this because this looks to be military stuff.
Yeah. I may have accidentally started an arms trade between my homeland and Calbia. That's a story for a different time and one probably involving Libertas. Let's go find Rin. Do you have your own means of flying, or do you have to stay on the broom? Because if you have to get on the broom, then... Well, there's a lot of us on the broom, is what I'm trying to say.
It looks to be just you and Gutterza.
Okay, well, a lot of us in terms of total biomass.
If you are forcing me to fly, then I'd rather take the Eagle.
Cool, then that's up to Sturbon. He's his own man. Or giant avian monster thing. Hey, Sturbon, scratch the ground once if you're cool with Tallulah flying on you. Scratch the ground twice if you're not.
I'll just scratch the ground once, I guess.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that and not screeching in my ear again. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I guess Sturbon's up for it. Yeah. Never ridden on Giant Eagleback, but more power to you. Okay, well...
So you travel to...
I can do introductions, but Tallulah is probably wiser and better and more socially acceptable if you asked for her.
Him? Bryn's the guy.
Okay, them. Just knock on the door before I pull out the mummy skeleton.
She'll knock on the door. When the person that answers the door, she asks for Bryn, who comes out. Say, looks like we have a bit of a issue with the estate. A bit of an anti-magic problem. In fact, stuff's pretty serious stuff. And she'll show Bryn the sketch. I'll say. Well, this is a tough one. Are you using this sketchbook for anything?
Yeah, if you move your eyes slightly to the left to the next page, you'll see Daehoon dressed as a giant pigeon.
Why does it look so dumb?
If you need me to, I can... Well, come on, it's Daehoon. I'm a skilled enough clothier. I can make a fucking dodo look smart. But it's specifically Daehoon. Look, if you need an extra sketch, just hand me the sketch and give me a second.
I'm doing that. Hey, Brent has a sketchbook out, or has a what looks to be a notebook out. Copies the sketch.
Actually,
before Lula hands it back.
Actually, wait, hold up. We're not currently in the fucking anti-magic field. What the fuck am I thinking? She pulls out her book of shadows and just using the sketch to help refresh her memory will sort of make like a 3D hologram using minor illusion of the full device. There. That one you can beat up. I can get another one from Magic Apple. I don't you know, after man 8 of the free no, you know what, never mind. It's technically company property.
I didn't give either of the artificer spells. Huh. Oh.
It should be worth noting, sort of like a fucking eye-funny watermark while it's on the holograms on the Book of Shadows. You look down, and then there's just a little like chibi smiling face of Adana with a thumbs up. I refuse to pay for the premium package to get rid of that.
Ah, so it's a watermark. Okay. Well, I'll be honest, it will probably take us at least a night to figure this thing out. And, depending on where these things are, probably want to get the other group involved in this as well.
Yeah, likely. I mean, number one is, and we can get the Eclipse. I know the big guy is currently with Harmony and Daehun, actually, cleaning fossils. Don't ask, long story. So, I mean, I know where the Eclipse is currently camping out. I can swing by and ask for their assistance. Yeah. Entirely unrelated question. Do both of you have gunpowder to spare?
Yes.
Would you be so kind as to lend, perhaps with compensation of gold and other services, for said gunpowder?
What do you need the gunpowder for?
Okay, so have you ever heard of this thing called the IRA?
No.
Okay. Okay, so then that complicates things a bit. We're resorting to fucking guerrilla warfare.
Alright. As you say this, one of the one of the guards of the estate that you'd been to, well, actually, all the guards were fully covered. So it looks like one of the guards of the estate comes running up, is out of breath, up to you. Well, up to your group.
Yeah, that's good.
The guard holds up their hand in a 1 moment or 1 minute gesture.
Wait, let me help you. Liv will use prestidigitation and toss him a fucking rescue asthma inhaler.
looks at it before like handing it back and then taking the helmet off, and you see it's a Kenku. And you have no idea how he was wearing that mask because with that beak, it has to be pointing his head either straight up or straight down in order to wear that mask.
More to you, but God, that looks uncomfortable. That said, hold up. Liv will desummon it and summon a asthma rescue inhaler that can fit a bird beak and toss it back.
Arigato.
Just like shake it up, hit the little button on top, and breathe in.
Arigato.
Cool. I think. Hold up. Himiko, are you here? Just invisible? Bullshitting? I don't fucking know. Did you stay with the fossil group? If you stayed with the fossil group, I'll look more crazy than I actually am. Okay, well, I look more crazy than I actually am. What's good, man?
I have a question for you guys as players. Have you seen the Michael Bay Transformer movies?
Unfortunately.
No.
Okay, so you know how
Yeah, I second that.
you know how Bumblebee talks is like a combination of
Yeah,
things.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a Kenku.
Yeah, and that's sort of a effect. I saw you at the estate. Did not expect to see you there.
Well, we have to case out the fucking joint first. Come on. Also, Fleur and Harmony almost fell out of the fucking sky. What else are we supposed to do?
He shrugs.
That said, wait, yeah, you're a fucking ninja. Hey, can you help convince the two artificers here to give us some gunpowder for guerrilla warfare?
Why?
Let's have a conversation starter.
Hey, don't look at me like you've never made your own handcrafted bombs. Again, fucking ninja.
He wouldn't know that he wouldn't know what they're saying because they were talking in Calvian, and comprehend languages wouldn't work, even if he does have it. Again, why?
Okay.
Why gunpowder?
Do you know what napalm is?
He turns his head so that one eye looks into the sky and as if in thought. Sticky fire?
Yeah, sticky fire.
Aegean
I
fire.
mean, yeah, that was kind of half of my thought process. Aegean fire. So effectively, right? Um, she says now, turning more so to like in between. Said out of breath Kenku and Tallulah, more so explaining her thought process here is like, okay, so aforementioned um accidental arms deal with the Chaldean Empire, right?
Yes.
Well, like off the top of your head, what are like the two real big secret weapons my country's known for?
I gain fire, and not necessarily. Well,
Oh fuck! Did you miss the Sun Death Laser? Yeah, some artificer from back home made a fucking Sun Death Laser. Unfortunately, we do not have the means or the manpower to make a Sun Death Laser, so we're stuck with a Gion Fire.
Which is quite the pity.
Yeah, a Sun Death Laser probably could have just taken out the entire estate in one fell swoop. Have you ever seen a bad boy in action? It's so fucking exhilarating. Uh, she is like actually getting giddy, like out of a nostalgia for seeing the Sun Death Laser. Um, so part of it is that if all this comes to fail, really, ironically speaking, right, and to a certain extent, the Earl and the Emperor know me less as like Miss Livia Falrude, um, who is very much not welcome here and kind of wanted, and more as Lady Cassandra of Agia, an envoy to Basileus Xerxes. Um, so the point being is that I could hypothetically get alone in a room with those two. I just need something to bring to the table. That said,
that's if you're lucky.
true, but also napalm isn't inherently magical, right?
No.
I'm sorry, Aegean fire. Aegean fire isn't inherently magical. And if we have a means to start the flame non-magically, worst comes to worst, we could make small bombs of the stuff and use them to effectively make an escape. Hell, if we're smart, and that's a big if, because God knows that Sturbon Gorza and I have one shared brain cell, and much like the old DVD screensaver, it's bouncing between Gorza and Sturbon currently, and it refuses to hit a corner. We could aerosolize the poison and hypothetically compartmentalize it into one of those bombs.
And we're just really impressed that we have a plan
Yeah,
B.
this is actually kind of a first for me. I'm growing as a person. High five, Sturbon!
We love to see it.
Get a glare.
Good
And
enough!
3 claws.
Thank you. Liv like very carefully high fives the talons of the giant eagle because they can, because he could hypothetically impale her hand. Um, so, you know, we're gonna have to get crafty because 90% of our tactics rely on. She once again does like the SpongeBob imagination thing with minor illusion. Magic. You get me?
Ono will kind of move past you over towards the minor illusion of the anti magic generator. Take a quick look at and pull out a sending stone. Nice. Pyro. 来てください。And before putting it away.
Liv will mutter to herself an infernal, mostly disturb on, I really want to teach the bird swear words. Just listening to how he talks.
There's two birds here. You get a confused Sturbone look because he knows a lot of curse words.
So the bird that can currently talk, Sturbon.
Getting even more confused, like, okay, we can both talk.
In common, Sturbon. Like, Liv is getting more and more exasperated. The fucking crow, Sturbon.
He just shakes his head at you.
You just want to recreate that scene where the crow says F you to those guys.
Isn't it apparent?
Liv just looks at Sturbon, shaking his head, and just like looks kind of solemnly, and is like, all right, fine. I'll wait until after the fancy party to teach the crow swear words. So, yeah, is that a no on the gunpowder?
Pyro's coming.
So it's okay. I'm gonna say that as a tentative yes on the gunpowder. Cool. So what we need now is, oh, this would be easier if Alchemist Fire actually fucking worked. You have to figure between living in a realm of fire and also given her father. Liv does know how to make napalm. Okay, Gorza.
Yeah.
Can you run down to the market and get me some oil and a whole bunch of sovereign glue?
A whole bunch of glue, you said?
Glue and oil.
Sure.
Cool. Wait. Liv will pull out her clothier kit and look. Fine too. I don't think this is gonna be like useful enough. Sturbon, you're the tree person. I'm going to need hard shell tree nuts, rocks, basically anything that we can compartmentalize things that go boom inside of. Cool?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your confused bird look as a yes. Great. Tallulah Ren, you you two, well, you're busy working on the anti-magic stuff. So that leaves you, well, again, you're a fucking ninja. You know how to...
Oh no,
You know
cast,
espionage tactics. You're with me, I guess.
yeah. Ono will produce a minor illusion. And he says it's in Aegean. Pretty much say, Pyro, come here with an arrow. I said, put that in the sky. She not know where we are.
Gotcha. Liv will... Fair point. Liv will, turn back to Gorza, before she runs off. You might want to close your ears again. She will set off another precipitated bottle rocket to say, Cairo, come here, pointing down.
And Ono will say, thank you in Aegean.
Liv will nod, and then pull out the Harmony's costume, sans fossils, and we'll finish up work on that while we're waiting for people to come.
So, about 10 minutes after the bottle rocket was set off, a centaur comes running up. You want me here, Ono? Sir? And Ono will point over to Brennan Tallulah. Using your voice, Liv, anti-magic field. Oh, this is exciting. And she'll go over and begin working with the other two artificers.
Damn, I can't believe we left our artificer at home. I saw it on the way out, and I thought, nah, I'm not going to need that today.
Yeah,
well, now I look like a fool. Liv will pat Ono on... yes, Alex, every now and then Arthur does in fact cut out. Well, okay, so you, Ono, I presume you have knowledge with poison and poison accessories. She'll pull out the vial of poison that she made, since Sturbon currently has the other two. Do you think you could turn this into, an aerosol or powder that we can scatter with, a bomb?
He shakes his head.
Cool. The artificers are currently busy, so we need somebody else that's good at blowing shit up. Liv will once again produce a bottle rocket in her hand and sort of look at Ono with the index finger over her lips thing, and then fire it off while the three artificers are engrossed in their conversation, just to surprise them. As another a bunch of letters saying, "Yo, Libertas, you bitch, come over here," appears in the sky.
Ah, Dei Martelli. Uh,